GamingBolt presents 15 things you need to know before you buy BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle. Arc System Works have to be one of the most well-respected developers of fighting games in the genre's community, and it's not hard to see why. Over the years, they've delivered a number of great fighters, from Guilty Gear and BlazBlue to Persona 4 Arena and the recently released Dragon Ball FighterZ. Their next game, BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle, sees them returning to a beloved franchise, and they're doing a number of quite intriguing things with it. In this feature, we're going to talk about 15 vital bits of information that you need to know about BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle. Cross-franchise roster. BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle may bear the name of the BlazBlue franchise, but it'll be pulling in characters from a number of other games Arc System Works have worked on. Other than BlazBlue characters, obviously, Cross-Tag Battle will also feature characters from Persona 4, more specifically Persona 4 Arena, which was also developed by Arc System Works, Under Night in Birth, and Ruby. Roster size. The thing that matters more than most of the other stuff in a fighter is, of course, the strength of its roster. And BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle's roster seems respectably large. The game will have 40 characters in total, but there's a catch. Only 20 characters will be included in the base game, with the other 20 being part of a number of DLC packs. Understandably enough, this decision has caused a lot of controversy among the fans. Out of these 20 DLC characters, only Blake Belladonna and Yang Xiaolong of Ruby will be free DLC. DLC characters. The release of these 20 additional characters will be split across a total of 6 DLC packs, and along with the aforementioned characters, the first DLC pack, which will include the characters Kanji from the Persona universe, Platinum from BlazBlue, and Ori from Under Night in Birth, will be free to all players as well. Beyond that, each of the remaining 5 DLC packs will cost $4.99. If you want all 5 packs though, rather than spending a total of $25 on all of them, you'll also have the option of just purchasing complete DLC bundles for $19.99. It's not a $60 game. Arc System Works are also doing something which you rarely see in any AAA release. Rather than being priced at $60, which is pretty much the standard price for most video game releases in today's day and age, BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle will be sold at a retail price of $49.99. We can't say for certain whether this is being done to preempt the inevitable negative reception from fans regarding the game's DLC model, or if this was the plan all along, but either way, it's something to be happy about. Collective price. If you want access to the complete roster of all 40 characters, you're unfortunately going to have to pay more money. With each of the 5 DLC packs priced at $4.99, and the game being sold at $49.99, you'd have to spend $75. However, you'll also have the option to purchase the game's deluxe edition, which will bundle together the base game as well as all the DLC content, and this will be available for purchase at $69.99. You could of course just purchase the base game and the complete DLC bundle separately, since the collective cost for those two is the same as the deluxe edition. 2v2 battles. While Cross-Tag Battle shares some characters with games such as Persona 4 Arena and other BlazBlue titles, it will, at its core, be very different as a fighter. Much like the recently released Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and the not-so-recently released Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Cross-Tag Battle will feature 2v2 battles, which will see teams of 2 characters each, square off against each other. Tag-ins. Also similar to Marvel vs. Capcom is the tag-in mechanic. Cross-Tag Battle will allow players to switch in or out of the 2 characters in their team on the fly in the middle of battle. Given the opportunities this mechanic usually creates for a variety of combos across different characters, we're certainly excited to see how it's implemented in Cross-Tag Battle. Story Mode. The single-player campaign is rarely the main attraction in fighters, unless you're Injustice. But Cross-Tag Battle will feature a story mode. How exactly will it incorporate characters from different universes into a cohesive story though? Well, the story mode, or the episode mode as it'll be called in the game, will take place in a location known as the Phantom Field, which has been described as a single point where the different worlds of the game's characters collide together. Not much else is known about the episode mode at this point. Other modes. Beyond the story mode, the game will have plenty of other content on offer. In the Tactics mode, players will be presented with challenges to complete combo trials, while in the Survival mode, they'll be tasked with taking on as many waves of enemies as they can before their team is knocked out. There will also be a training mode in Cross-Tag Battle, with the addition of a gallery where you can view artwork and videos, and a replay theater where you can view saved footage of your battles. Fair for players across regions. One of the most notable things developers Arc System Works are doing to change the core of the game is to make the game's competitive scene an even playing field for players across all regions. In an interview with Crunchyroll, BlazBlue creator Toshimchi Mori talked about how the online leaderboards of previous games would usually be too dominated by Japanese players, since they'd have the advantage of having earlier access to the game in arcades. With Cross-Tag Battle, the developers plan on removing this advantage. How exactly are they going to do that? Designed for gamepad controls. With BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle, Arc System Works are making the game's competitive scene equally viable for players across all regions by changing the controls it's built around. Like they did in the recently released Dragon Ball FighterZ, Cross-Tag Battle will be built not with joystick controls for arcades in mind, but instead for gamepads. Not only does this homogenize the controls for everyone, gamepad controls in and of themselves are inherently considered a lot more accessible than joystick controls. This incidentally brings us to our next point. A more accessible approach. As you may have guessed from the previous entry, BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle plans on being an accessible game. That's a dangerous area to go into for any fighter. Accessible may not necessarily mean dumbed down and lacking any depth, but as the lukewarm reception to games such as Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite shows us, attempts at doing such things don't necessarily always sit well with veteran fans of the genre. It remains to be seen whether Arc System Works can find the right balance, but given their excellent work in Dragon Ball FighterZ, there's certainly cause for optimism. The engine. While in recent years Arc System Works have used the Unreal Engine for games such as Guilty Gear, XRD, and Dragon Ball FighterZ, for BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle, the developers will be switching back to an in-house engine. They have in fact never used the Unreal Engine for any BlazBlue game. Incidentally, this is the same engine they used in BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma, albeit with a few tweaks. The same engine was also used for Persona 4 Arena. English dub. Notably enough, Cross-Tag Battle will also be the first game in the series since 2014's Chrono Phantasma to be launching with a full English voiceover dub. The game will launch with dual audio too, so if you're not too keen on the English dub, you can always just switch back to the Japanese voices. Interestingly enough, this means that Cross-Tag Battle will mark the English voiceover debut of characters from Under Night in Birth, as well as a few from BlazBlue, such as S. Collector's Edition. When BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle launches for the Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PC, notably enough not the Xbox One, people will also have the option of purchasing the Collector's Edition. While it won't feature the DLC content, it will include a lot of other stuff. Other than the base game itself, which will come in a steelbook case, the Collector's Edition will also include the game's OST, a 52-page art book, as well as acrylic standees of Ragna from BlazBlue, Yu no Rukami of Persona 4, Hyde of Under Night in Birth, and Ruby of Ruby. The Collector's Edition will be priced at $99.99.
And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.